Welcome to the last lecture of control system students. And what was the aim? I am Professor Udit Veer Singh Rajput. Okay, and we are doing pre-placement session. The aim is, as already we have known, that review of our lost sharpness, fluent knowledge of your mother branch, and finally placement in good forms. Okay, so basic of control system already of about what is open loop and closed loop system. It is already explained by Murli Manohar sir in the first video, open and closed loop control system. So there you should know about that which system is an open loop system and which system is a closed loop system. Okay. If somebody is asking you about the fan, what type of system it is exhibiting? It is a system, but is it a control system? So this type of a good explanation was given in the first unit. This is a good question to be asked in the interviews that which type of system it is. Any example they will give you and they will tell you that it is open loop or closed loop. So you have to identify that if there is a process of feedback, then it will become a closed loop control system, and if there is no feedback, then it will not be a closed loop system. Which is good, open or closed? So there are some merits, there are some demerits. Likewise, that lecture was completed. If you will see that lecture, then it will surely it will help you. Then in the second video, you all know that what is the purpose of control system studies. We already have studied a lot in the fourth semester, and in the fourth semester we came to know that the control system unit was divided into 5 units, and in 5 units, first we calculated the transfer function, which I have explained in the previous videos, and then continuously we examined the stability of the system. In all the units, either it is time domain analysis or it is the frequency domain analysis. In both the analysis, we have only tried to find out that the system is stable or not. And there are certain parameters. Those parameters are rise time, peak time, settling time, steady state error, and the maximum peak overshoot in your what to say, in your time domain, and gain margin, phase margin was the parameter to be known in your that frequency domain. Okay. So today, if after what is the sorry, it is third video. In today's video, I will be discussing about this compensation techniques and PID controller. What is this? Actually, after knowing that the system is not healthy or it is marginally healthy, we want to improve its health. If suppose gain margin and phase margin are zero, that means they are marginally stable. We want to make it positive. And in order to make it positive, what medicine you can give? So the medicine is known as compensation technique. The medicine given to a system in a short form, if you will write, एक दवाई एक सिस्टम को जो दी जा रही है वो दवाई जिससे वो सिस्टम ठीक हो जाएगा, है ना? So those techniques in the technical terms are known as compensation techniques. And this compensation technique separately, why I have written PID controller, because in many machines PID controller is being provided, but it is a type of controller only, and this controller word is nothing. What it is doing, it is doing compensation. We will discuss here what are the compensating elements which we have studied. If you see, I have directly dragged you in front of you lead compensator, lag compensator, lead and lag compensator, and the PID controller. Okay, so lead compensator, lag compensators, lead lag compensator, and PID controller. These were the three compensators which we have studied, students. Why we make our students study this type of compensator? Because what is the need? And after that we are telling students to learn about PID controller. But what is the need to study lead lag? Because you all know while when we are studying that you have already studied your resistance, you have studied your inductance, and you have studied your capacitance. And one thing I want to tell you here, then that from this R and C, this lead lag and lead lag compensator is made. You have already studied. First of all, I would like to share the diagram. This is a lead compensator. This is the lead compensation and this is the lag compensator. What these compensators are actually doing? If suppose, if suppose this is the 0 dB line, this is the phase line by minus 180 degree line, this is a minus 180 degree line, and this is your what 0 dB line, and suppose this is your magnitude plot, and here only there is a phase plot. That means their omega GC and omega PC is 0, is same. Actually they are not 0, sorry, they are same, and due to their they are same, that means gain margin and phase margin is equal to, both are equal to 0. Now if both are equal to 0 and we want to make them positive, in order to make them positive, we have to analyze the system. And how we will analyze the system? By knowing the transfer function. And in the transfer function, what we will do, what changes we will do? Suppose there will be a plant, this is a plant, and in this plant, after calculating the transfer function, CS, this is the input, this is the output, and this is the plant. And now, and this plant transfer function is calculated. Some any example, there is a calculation of transfer function, and the transfer function is coming, and after plotting the Bode plot of that this transfer function, when Bode plot is plotted, you are getting gain margin, phase margin, and 0. Then what changes can you do here in this plant? You will add something here in series, or you can add in this feedback. Something you have to do a change in this plant, and by changing, what will happen in this plant? Some zeros and poles location will be changed, and after this change, this gain margin will become positive, and this phase margin will become positive, and the diagram of GC and PC will shift. How it will shift? The omega GC will come here, and omega PC will go here, like this. And due to this, when you will plot, gain margin and phase margin, then they will become positive. So that means the original system is shifted back, the back side, from its original place. It is shifted back, and shifting back means lag, making a system lagging. So this is a lag compensator. Suppose why it is required some time to make it lead? Because there are two probabilities, there are two cases. Let me take a rubber. Let me first erase this. Actually, students, if you will see carefully this diagram, what is the need of two compensators? Because if you will see here, what I am telling you, see, this is a pen, this is a 0 dB line, this is a minus 180 degree line, and suppose this is your magnitude plot, and at the same point I have told you that this is the phase plot. Then in two ways you can make it stable. Na? If you will shift this phase plot like this, then also only by shifting phase plot, the gain margin and phase margin are becoming positive. On the other way is, you can shift this gain plot to the back side. If you can shift this gain plot to the back side, then also both cases can be feasible. To both the means, in order to make the system stable, both the process can be done. Either gain can be shifted back, or phase can be shifted in the front. So there can be a use of phase lead compensator or phase lag compensation. So lead and lag both, depending upon the system. And sometimes there is a need of lead lag compensation. That lead lag compensation and PID controller. What is this PID controller? This will come in the next slide. Or here only it will come. First of all, let us see this system. This is very interesting. Okay. This is very interesting now. See, here you can see that this was the plant, this is the plant, and in this plant I have introduced a controller. What this controller is actually, how it is getting the command. Whatever is the output, it is sensed by the sensor, and the sensor is providing the input as a feedback, and feedback there is an error. This error is sometimes known as steady state error also, and this error only we have to improve. And this error will be improved by using a controller. This controller is nothing but your lead lag compensation. This is a controller, or this is a controller. Both are the controllers. What this controller will do? They will control the plants. They will control the plant's element, and after controlling this plant's element, either poles or zeros, they will shift and they will make the system stable. And what is this PID controller? What it will do? This we will study. Okay. So, what was the thought here? Is let us see the PID controller first. Okay. This is your lead lag compensation. Okay. So, student, this is lead lag. Now, in the previous diagram, if you will see what is the difference between lag and lead, when the capacitor is connected, this technicality nobody will ask you in your Viva. But okay, if you are studying for your gate exam, then this lecture is strictly different, because in the gate exams we will do deep analysis. We will go inside, we will calculate each and everything. But when we talk about the replacement of, then I don't think I should discuss these factors, that capacitor is inserted here and capacitor is in parallel in the first branch. But the main thing I want to discuss, that whenever I want to control any plant, this is my output. This plant I have to control, and जो भी इसमें कमियां हैं वो इसकी कमियां दूर करेगा हमारा कंट्रोलर. So lead and lag compensation, you all know this is the PID controller, and let me tell you about P, I and D. What is this P? What is this I? And what is this D? P depends on the present error, I on the accumulation of past error, and D is prediction of the future error based on current rate of change. And this is your PID controller. Everywhere in the MATLAB and everywhere in the motor, everywhere this type of controllers are present. This is PID. What this controller will do? Ultimately, one more line is there. Lead lag compensation is very similar to your PD and to your PD and PI controller. Whatever PID controller with this we are studying, this ultimately this plant process is controlled either by PID controller or by these networks. The work is the same. Okay. So what these controllers do for us? If you see this diagram, I have already discussed you that whenever there is a change in the input, this is the input change. In this input change, this is the output. Now this is the output, and suppose okay, and suppose by some means I have done a change, and now my response is like this. So what, which is the better response? In this response, in this one red one, there is a long overshoot. Okay, there is a steady state error. The settling time is too much. And now this yellow one, there is a change in the overshoot. There is little bit less overshoot, and the settling time is less. And rise time, peak time, everything is being changed. So by how it is done, how we have obtained for the same plant yellow curve instead of this red curve, due to that PID controller. And how PID controller is changing things, the rise time. Let me take red color. It is a little bit dense color. Rise time, overshoot, settling time, steady state error, and stability. KP, KI, and KD. What effect they are making? You can clearly examine here. Minor change, this is doing overshoot. KD is decreasing, KD is decreasing the settling time. Steady state error, there is no effect. Okay? And this KI is eliminating, and settling time it is increasing. See, KI यानी I integral controller settling time को बढ़ा रहा है. That means if the system is too fast, then we can use KI. If the system is having so much error, then what we can do? Then we can use KI. But if the system is little bit slow, then we can use KD, because the settling time it will decrease. Getting it or not? So depending upon the our system, अगर जैसे अपन ऐसे समझ लीजिए हमारी बॉडी, एक मैं हूँ और एक आप है, किसी की बॉडी में डाइजेशन बहुत जल्दी होता है, इसका मतलब जो मेटाबॉलिज्म उसका बहुत फास्ट है, और अगर वो कुछ भी खा रहा है वो तुरंत बर्न हो रहा है, इसका मतलब उसकी बॉडी में कुछ खाना लग नहीं रहा, वो दुबला रह जाता है। दैट मीन द मेटाबॉलिज्म इज वेरी फास्ट। तो अब हम उसको कौन सी दवाई देंगे? हम उसको ऐसी दवाई देंगे जिससे उसका मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लो हो सके। अब किसी का मेटाबॉलिज्म इतना स्लो है बॉडी का कि वो खाए जा रहा है, उसकी शरीर में बहुत देर में बर्निंग हो रही है, तो वो फैटी हो जा रहा है। तो हम उसको ऐसी दवाई देने की कोशिश करेंगे जिससे उसका मेटाबॉलिज्म क्या हो सके, फास्ट हो सके। तो दवाइयाँ कौन सी देनी है ये सिस्टम को जानने के बाद पता चलेगा, और सिस्टम को पहले हमने जान लिया था हाउ, बाय द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन एंड देन बाय द टाइम रिस्पांस एनालिसिस। द टाइम रिस्पांस एनालिसिस भी हम डन, और अगर जरूरत पड़ी तो फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पांस एनालिसिस भी हम डन, एंड ऑन फ्रॉम दीज एनालिसिस वी हैव नोन अबाउट दी इस सिस्टम में राइज टाइम क्या है, ओवरशूट क्या है, सेटलिंग सेटलिंग टाइम क्या है, स्टेडी स्टेट एरर क्या है। ये सारे पैरामीटर जानने के बाद अब हमने कंट्रोलर बनाया। कंट्रोलर क्या करेगा, उन्हीं पैरामीटर को हमारी आउटपुट के हिसाब से चेंज कर देगा। ओके, समझ में आ गया आप लोग? तो लेट मी गो लिटिल बिट बैक। So I think this all her complete control system you all have studied, and now you will be able to answer me the test. And this unit number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This was the presentation of the previous videos, and about the electrical and first order system, second order system. You have continuously known in the previous videos, and I think in your SSC exams everywhere this portion is very very important. That's why I have taken you back electrical, mechanical, and rotational systems. And you will be asked that the simple question can be asked that what is the analogy for force in the force voltage analogy. Simple, force equal to voltage. The main important question is you can write me in the comment box. What is the analogy for the displacement? Okay, displacement की analogy क्या होगी when we are talking about force voltage analogy? So answer me in the comment box, and this way finally uh, we have completed our complete series of control system. And students, you all finally you should know that main thing was the transfer function. Then we need to calculate the stability. The time stability parameters are these many, and the frequency parameters are these. And out of these, from all the three, we are knowing gain margin and phase margin. The gain margin and phase margin we are calculating, and this route Hurwitz is giving us absolute stability criteria. And finally, just our aim is to calculate either the system is stable, unstable, or marginally stable. एक कंट्रोल सिस्टम में सिर्फ यही जानना एक प्रोसेस है, स्टेबल है, मार्जिनल स्टेबल है, अनस्टेबल है, दैट्स इट। अगर स्टेबल है तो आगे बढ़ो, मार्जिनल स्टेबल है तो उसको क्या दो, दवाई दो, अनस्टेबल है तो क्या दो, दवाई दो, अनस्टेबल से स्टेबल करो उसको कैसे भी। दवाई क्या होती है, कंपनसेटिंग डिवाइसेस होती हैं, जो कि हमने आज के सेशन में कंप्लीट करी है। आई थिंक यू हैव अंडरस्टूड एवरीथिंग and ready for the test, students. Now control system test will be there tomorrow. Thank you.